Alright, good morning everybody, it's your boy Akeen and welcome to today's final previews for the 2015 college football season. For today, I only have 3 blogs and they're all the independent teams in college football. And I'm going to start things off with Army. Last year they went 4-8. The last time they made it to a bowl matchup was back in 2010, in which they did one in that matchup. So they're looking to finally get back to bowl contention at the end of this season. Now their second year head coach and Jeff Monken has a lot of work cut out for him, and this is going to be very interesting. This team can possibly make it to a bowl matchup if they get their defense mainly together, and I think they have the talent to do just enough of a job to make it to a bowl matchup. Now offensively, they're going to have to start off with a new quarterback. Angelo Santiago is no longer with the team, so that means AJ Shear is going to get the starting 9 at quarterback. Now at running back, they actually have to change things up. Larry Dixon was their leading rusher, who had over 1,000 yards last season, which means Joe Walker and Elijah St. Hilaire is going to have to step it up in the ground attack. Now, speaking of the ground attack, they run a triple option. They're not really a passing team. Average just 62 yards per game in the air, but average 296 yards on the ground, which was 6th in the country last season. And they're looking to still do things well in the running game, but they still need to find a way just to get the ball down the field to create more points. I think they just need to do a better job blocking and just show a little bit more heart. Now defensively though, that is really the big question. They averaged 32 points per game. They did need to do a much better job, but they still have some decent enough talent defensively. I'm going to talk about a couple of players, starting with the linebacker and Andrew King, who had 62 tackles and led the team with 4 sacks. And now as far as his running mate in the linebacker position, they have Jeremy Temp, who had led the team with 116 tackles and 3 interceptions. Now they did also force some turnovers last season, and I'm going to talk about a couple of players in the secondary just a second. Chris Carnegie, he had 54 tackles and 3 interceptions of his own, and they're leading the team in receptions is Josh Jenkins, who had 4 interceptions and 8 pass breakups last season. So they show that they do have some talented players who definitely commit some turnovers, but they need to do a better job not giving up the big plays and still try to create more punts on 4th down play situations where their special teams will get back on the field and help their offense get back on the field. Now as far as their recruits, I have a couple of recruits for you guys that they have. Their top 3 recruits, starting with Kenneth Brenton, the defensive end out of Atlanta. He's 6'2", 110 pounds. And they picked up Connor Houston, an outside linebacker out of Beaufort, Georgia. And lastly, out of Jacksonville, Florida, TJ Jackson, a defensive tackle. It's going to be interesting to see what happens for the next couple of seasons. Usually when it comes to Army players, they don't really get the ball rolling as far as their playing time until junior year, sophomore year at best, but usually rarely a freshman. Usually majority of the time is junior and senior seasons, but they do have some talented players on both sides of the field. Now this year could be very interesting because I do see at best a 6-6 team, and if they go 6-6, they can possibly make it to a bowl matchup, but I really see them increasing just 1 win. I have them going 5-7 overall, but I can't understand a 6-6 season, and if they pull a 7-6 win, what a great job they did this year. But I really think they're going to go 5-7 overall and not make it to a bowl matchup. Now the next time to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I just have 2 more blogs for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I am Akeen McCall. Be easy.